Hey guys, today we're going to install the USB media hub for the 2016 Mustang. We're installing it right here. We're going to be removing this and replacing this part right here. You can find this USB hub online. Just search that part number. Plenty of dealerships sell it. You can get it for around $54. So we're going to be installing it, and all you need is a tool like so to get behind this, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. And this is what comes in the box, the new plug. Just gonna plug those connections in and you'll be done. So it's gonna replace that one like so. So let's get to it then. With this tool, you're gonna insert it here. You're gonna push and then push it down, and then you're gonna pry open. So push in, get that tool behind, pry it open. Should pop out like so. Then you're going to remove this. Remember the way the plugs are set up. Alright, so let's take a look at this, what we got in the package. You see there's a little prong up top, and you have one on the side here and one on the side here. So when you pull that one out, you're going to have to squeeze all three at the same time. So I've seen some people like to put some tool that'll grab it, or some wedges or something, or you can press it with your hands somehow. So I'm going to try that out with my hands, and then I'll try to get it off somehow. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to remove these cables to give myself some more room to work with to get that out, and then we'll go from there. So just to give you an idea, look at these cables. This one, smaller one, you press here, you pull out. These two, the same, you press the top, this portion, and you pull it out. So I just got the USB plug out, and I just found something out that I didn't know, is that you can actually wedge in here, and you can actually pull it out without pressing any of these prongs. So what you can do is you take a wedge like this, and you put it in these spots, so you don't really have to remove the whole unit. See, we remove the whole thing, but what you can actually do is just remove this part, which I didn't know because I knew that these came with these prongs. So now I'm going to install the new one in there and put everything back together. So remember, when you plug these two back in, gray is the driver and black is the passenger. Gray is the driver and black is the passenger. So remember that. So we're going to plug these back in. We're going to slide this back in that little compartment and push everything back in and see how this works out. So when you put this in, make sure you push it through the front first, like through there first. So let me see if I can get a better. So push it through first and then install the wires. So you see how I pushed that through, there's no wires installed yet. Then we're going to install the wiring. Alright, so we pushed everything back, everything's secured. Here's the old unit. Everything looks good. Let's see how this works. Okay. Just take my lightning cord, plug it in. Okay. And there's my iPhone. We're going to plug that in and see if the message appears. Plug it in. Oh, there we go. Continue. Agree. Unlock your phone to start CarPlay. Alright. Awesome. There we go. Apple CarPlay installed. Alright guys, we just did the update. to version 2.2 in a previous video, and now we updated and switched out the hub. Okay, USB hub. This is needed if you have a 2016 model. If you have a 2015, you cannot do it. You cannot get Apple CarPlay unless you get a different head unit, or you buy a factory head unit for a 2016 model. And I'm not even too sure how that's done, but you probably find out online somewhere how that's done if it's possible. Now, in the case of 2017, you would just update your car and it would work, or actually it would just come with Apple CarPlay. So you probably have no worries and no need to watch this video unless your media hub breaks. Then good for you. Actually, not good for you, bad for you, but at least you get to see how to replace it, right? And I'm just going to do a walkthrough on Apple CarPlay to see, what the basic functions are. So let's do a quick walkthrough on Apple CarPlay and see how it works out. Let's see if I can get a good angle. So here you have your maps, your phone, your music. Kind of looks like exactly like an iPhone. So if you're used to using an iPhone, you'll be completely fine with this. Now, the best thing about this, I think, is the maps, which is like now you have free maps, free GPS. And I mean, it might not be as good as others, but it's actually really good. I love to use Apple Maps. Some people don't like it, but you know what? If it's free, I like it. Of course, it looks exactly like an iPhone, even in the sense that you have a home button, and it works like an iPhone home button. You press it, goes back. If you hold it, give you Siri, and you can work with that. And then you have some different apps you can use, like audiobooks, listen to books while you drive to work in the morning. You have podcasts, you have sync, which is just I think it's a manual here, or actually it's just going back to your normal sync. Oh, would you look at that? That's right, because how would you change your climate if you couldn't do that? That's a pretty cool function. I did not know that did that. So you can back to CarPlay, and if you want to go back to this screen, so you can mess with, your listen to your radio or whatnot, you can go back to that normal functionality, or you go back to Apple CarPlay. You can see what's playing, you can see your music, you can see your phone, see who called you,
Tell me if you'd like to make a
and everything's voice activated. So what happens is, basically, you can't type on here, which is good. If you're driving, you shouldn't be typing. So, I mean, other than that, it's pretty straightforward and simple. I'm wondering if in the future they'll add like a slide function so you can have more apps. I don't know what else you would really need, but that's kind of a quick walkthrough on the Apple CarPlay. Thanks, guys.